Oh, doesn't that look good? Today, I'm trying the 2-ingredient pizza dough from Emma's Goodies. It's a no yeast, no oven pizza. The 2 ingredients are self-rising flour and any plain yogurt. I also have some baking soda and salt here because I'm making my own self-rising flour. And your pizza toppings, along with the sauce and the cheese. To my all-purpose flour, I'm adding in some baking soda and salt. The salt is for flavor and the baking soda is going to help the dough rise. This is one of the substitutes if you don't have your own self-rising flour. Mix that all in until it's well incorporated into the flour. And that's how easy it is to make your own self-rising flour. I'm adding in 70 grams of yogurt. This is Greek yogurt that I'm using, but any plain yogurt works. So I've actually halved the recipe. That's why I'm using only half a cup of flour. It's gonna mix this yogurt in until a nice dough forms. The reason for using yogurt here is so the acid from the yogurt will react with the baking soda, causing the dough to rise. And I love this dough because it's 2 ingredients and it's so easy to make. I've put some gloves on here so my hands don't get messy. And I'm just gonna bring this dough together. If it looks a little wet, just add a little bit more flour. If it looks dry, you can always add a little bit more yogurt. Now that it's mostly all come together in a ball, place it onto my board or a clean surface. I'm gonna knead this for a couple minutes. Add some additional flour if it's sticking. I can feel the flour absorbing the liquid from the yogurt, and I'm just gonna knead it. It's a very easy dough to work with. And we want to roll this pizza dough out to about 1/4 of an inch thick. You can see the gluten developing here and kind of springs back on me when I'm rolling it out. And so the pizza dough is about 1/4 inch thick and it's ready to go onto the stove. So I'm going to turn the pan on to about medium heat and add in about a tablespoon of oil here. This is a non-stick skillet and the oil is gonna help with the browning of the pizza base. So the pan seems to be nice and hot. Now we're gonna take our dough and just lay it directly into the pan. Whoop. Lay it directly into the center of the pan and just let that cook. So as you can see, the bubbles are starting to form as the heat causes it to expand. All right, I think it's ready to flip, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The bottom side should be cooked. I'm gonna flip it over. Ooh, look at the brown spots. That's exactly what we want. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit so it gives me time to assemble the pizza without burning the base. On this side of the pizza, I'm gonna add some sauce, some pizza sauce that I made earlier. Has delicious oregano, basil. Spread this sauce all over the pizza. I like to get it right to the edges. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you like, preferably a melting cheese. This is Gouda because that's what I had, but most oftentimes you'll see mozzarella on pizza. I'm gonna add in my pepperoni here and some mushrooms. You can add any toppings you like. I've actually pre-cooked the mushrooms and the pepperoni here because there's not enough time on the stove to fully cook the toppings. I'm gonna turn up the heat back up to around a medium just to get the crust nice and brown. I'm gonna put a lid on top and let it cook here for about 3 minutes or so, or until the cheese is melted and everything is heated through. So after a couple more minutes, cheese is looking nice and melted. I'm just gonna leave it on the pan a little bit longer. Okay, this is smelling delicious. Just gonna take a peek on the bottom. Ooh, nice and brown. All right, so our pizza looks done. Oh, just be careful, it is hot. Oh, doesn't that look good? Oh, pepperoni mushroom pizza, ready to eat. It looks so good. And it's pizza time. I cut myself a slice. I want you to see, look at that. Look at this pizza. Oh, pepperoni, cheese, mushroom. I can't wait to dig in. So excited. I'll be evaluating the crust, but oh, before I eat, I want to show you the bottom. You can get it nice and brown there. You see that? Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's take a bite. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. Mmm. Oh, this is so good. Mmm. It's really good pizza. But yes, it is different from a traditional pizza dough. It is missing a little bit of that yeasty flavor, which I love in pizza. But if you're really craving pizza and you don't want to wait for dough to rise, then make this one because it's really good. It is a softer, more chewy crust, similar to a flatbread, but I'll have to do more testing to see if this was really the dough or the stovetop method versus the oven method. So some final thoughts. It's not exactly the same as a traditional yeast dough. That being said, it comes together very easily, super easy to work with, and it only takes 2 ingredients. You also don't have to wait for it to rise like a traditional yeast dough, and you can make the pizza right away. In terms of flavor, I think that you can add a couple spices, a little bit more salt, and maybe some oil to amp up the flavor, but it's not bad. And really, the flavor shines in the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. In terms of texture, it's not my preferred. I like a really crispy, crunchy base and a kind of soft, fluffy interior. Otherwise, it's an incredible pizza. I hope you make this. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up and like button for me. Let me know in the comments below if you tried this stovetop method or the 2-ingredient pizza dough yourself and how it turned out for you. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.